All right, people. Locks back. Yeah, it's cold and it's raining out here. Got winter, but this is very important. It's very important. Something I want to mention. Like we have these people tell us, hey, the numbers, it's the numbers. Okay, I can't use that one, but here we go. Maybe something on here. Yeah, the numbers. All right, this is the thing about the numbers. When you see the number, you see an 11 and like a 44, 333, triples and doubles of numbers. Those license plates, those building addresses, those numbers, those are man-made numbers. Those have nothing to do with the numbers that we're really looking for, that we're trying to comprehend in our minds for our environment. It's more so if you see a straight line, you see like three geese walking in a straight line or flying in a straight line or two straight lines of them or three of this animal or doubles of another animal. You see ants marching rows two by two, things like that. Not the man-made numbers, but the numbers that the world, the atmosphere is controlling. Those numbers, not these written down man-made numbers of I saw an 11, and then I saw 11 11 11, the time on the clock. Those are the man-made numbers. It has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with you. That's not going to help your environment. It's not going to help your aura at all. Now, the numbers that really do have the meaning are, this is what I think. You can go look it up. You can fact check it. You can check it out. There are codes. The codes are the numbers that we want to understand to be able to use and benefit from, like swimming. You think that's not a code? When you jump in the water, you make yourself float. It's the first step. You make yourself float, and then you swim. Once you understand the code that it takes to do that, those are the numbers. Once you understand the code, like another one, riding a bike. Most people in the first world country know how to ride a bike. How do you know how to ride that bike? You got on there with the training wheels, or someone pushed you, or some kids just hop on the bike. They look at it, they understand the code, how to program themselves to be able to do that act. You get your balance, that centrifugal force, and then you're on the bike. You're riding a bicycle. You're riding a bicycle. You're pedaling. You understand that code that it took to do that. It's just a code, like doing a backflip. Okay, you have to practice, but then you see some little kids out there like, what the? I I didn't teach. Who taught that kid how to do a backflip? And they just do it. They see it, or they even just think about it, and oh, okay, I can do that. And they boom, they just understand. They do the backflip, and it's like, oh, who taught you that? How the hell? Well, like ice skating, skating. That's a code. You fall down a couple times. Sometimes I fell a million times when I first learned to skate. I must have been about 10 or 12. Skate, just a regular skating, roller rink skating, not even ice skating, just skating. Those are the numbers. Those are the codes to understand. For example, like when you have water. So thirsty. I just left the gym. Excuse me. Like when you have water dripping from that faucet or that spigot, or that spigot that comes from the well and it drips down. That's a code. You don't believe me? Go try it. Go to whatever faucet that you know of that drips when it's off or shortly after it's been turned off, and sit there and watch it. Even record it. Most of us have phones that can record. Sit there and record it and count. And count. It'll drip fast, then it'll drip slow, and then sometimes you get that double drip. You're like, what the? I used to always see that when I was a little kid. It would drip, 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 and I'm kind of count, and then we'll go on for a while. I get tired of counting. And here you go. Mathematicians recently said that's a code. That's a code. Fire, same thing. When you have that fire, that little campfire, even that lighter, why does it look the same just about every time? Billion different lighters on the planet. Match, strike the match. Go out and strike 2 matches at once, and then throw those, and then strike 2 more matches, and then strike 2 more matches, and 2 more matches, and 2 more matches, and 2 more matches, and you'll see it's like it's the same thing. And then go strike 3 matches, and then strike 3 matches again, and 3 matches again. You'll see, wait, it's a code. That's the code for fire. Then pull up a little, a little crumpled little piece of newspaper or paper, light that. That's a code. Light a little piece of loose leaf, and you'll see the way it burns, it spreads out. That's a code. See, those are the real numbers that we need to be paying attention to and learn to work with the codes. Swimming, riding a bike, acrobatics, even running. You think walking isn't a code? Babies figure it out. Some babies figure it out sooner than other babies. You got some babies out here walking at 7, 8 months. How's this kid walking? I don't believe that kid's 7, 8 months. Look at the birth certificate. 7, 8 months walking. I saw a kid that was walking at 6 months. Like, how are you walking at 6 months? Usually the kids are just turning over and crawling at 6 months. They figure the code out sooner. Like, you figure out the code to. There's a lot of people out here, the polyglots. They figured out this code where they speak 10, 20 languages. They say they were all the same sounds. You just got to figure out in this language how they're put together in this pattern. To me, it's still kind of weird, but I've been studying Mandarin for about 3 years, really on my own, just using the app. Go to the Play Store. It's right there in the app. But it's like, wow, really? There are codes? And you have your 5 senses. Now, what I want to talk about is the smell and touch. Like, some people know when it's going to rain. If I go outside, I can smell, oh, it's going to rain about an hour. It's going to rain about 2 hours. It's going to rain about 6 hours. That's a sense. I'm just sensing the code for, hey, the water, because my senses are what? They mostly feel. Like, oh, you're smelling it. I don't know. When that gets in there, you're feeling it. So you have the sight. You're actually feeling that too, because the light is bouncing back into your eye. You can't see in the dark, so that's a feel too. These are the codes. Those are codes I'm talking about. The touch, okay, you're feeling it. The sound, you're just feeling the vibration that was sent from your environment into your ear and your inner ear to vibrate those little bones. So they're all codes. Those are the numbers, not the man-made written numbers. You can write numbers on this all day and sit there and affirm and, oh, I can write down triple threes and think about them all day, all day, all day. And those numbers aren't going to do anything for us. It's a distraction. They want us to, hey, look that way, be over doing this while I'm over here doing that. Everything is the feel. You feel it. Like, oh, that code for that? Okay, you jump in the water. That's the code for that. Code for the bike. Riding a bike. You get on it, you feel it, you get your balance. Your body, your brain, and your inner being, whatever you want to call it, is understanding that code to do, okay, I can do this. You have, what was that other thing? Kind of talked about it, but like the Olympics, they do their floor routine. That's a code. That's a code. And they memorize, they do this, they do these somersaults, they do these flips, they do the back flips, they do the triple. Now, people have figured out how to do that double standing backflip. Just a matter of time until, okay, one person was doing it, then it was 2 people doing it, then it was a whole bunch of people doing it. And I looked on YouTube like, oh, wow. figured it out. If we are figuring out more and more codes as we go along. Like sometimes you can look at someone and it's usually someone you know or someone you have a connection with at the time, and you almost know what they're thinking just by the way they look. And like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling, yeah, you feeling the same thing I'm feeling from this guy's speech? Yeah, that's total BS. And you just give that look, and it's like, okay, it's understood, or you go this way and I'm gonna go that way type thing, and then we're gonna meet over here. And but don't get caught up in the distractions of, oh, okay, there's numbers, there's numbers, there's numbers. We're not so much thinking about the universal numbers. The universal numbers turn into these codes and go in. They go in here. They go on our body. They're codes. Feel the codes, just like the wind blowing. You know how fast that wind is blowing. You know when you open that door or you step out of that car or you look out the window and you see something and you think, you know what? That code is going way too fast for my height, my width, my body weight. Let me stay inside. Or in the animal kingdom, when, all right, the alpha jumps out there, beats his chest, the lions roar, the tigers roar, snakes hiss. It's the code. So another one, no. Do you know this code? I've reached this level. Don't come with it unless you're equal or above. If you're down there and you see the ones they back down, they go away, more often than not like two bears or two bears fighting on YouTube in this guy's front yard. Their code was right there at the same level. I know what you know. Now we're just gonna see who can apply it better. And the two bears fought and fought and fought, and then they split. They went their separate ways. That's a code also. They're all codes. Just don't be tricked by this. Oh, write this down. Write these numbers every day. Write that. Oh, if you see this in your bank account, that's good. It's not good luck. Right? That has nothing to do with the original code. All right? That original code is out there, solar system, universe, whatever you want to call it, nature. That's the code. How does the water move? Fire moves, the wind moves, even you have earth moving, trees are moving out there, animals are moving. Those are the codes. So, all right. If I sound crazy, don't worry about it. I'm not crazy. You're just not ready to hear it yet. But the codes are not these written down affirmations of numbers. Okay, write this number right there. You're gonna have every dictionary has every code. Every Bible has every code. And I'm not even talking about with the letters. I'm just talking about the numbers. Page 1 through whatever. The numbers only go from 0 to 9. That's all they go from. 0 to 9. And all of the numbers are in that number 9. So no, those written ones, those are not the codes. Those numbers can make codes, but you have to figure out the code first. Just like the Matrix when they would download things. Oh, I know kung fu, or let me be able to fly this helicopter. Let me be able to fly this motorcycle. It just downloaded the code into you. Now the way we download the codes is we have to either some people are good at looking, seeing it, and be able, oh, okay, I apply it. They did this. I can do that. And other people have to go practical application, actually try it, do it, and figure it out. And then some other people even have to practice, 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 and be taught or tutored. And when they get the code, once you've got the code, you got the code. Like let's say if you haven't been on a bicycle in I don't know 5, 10 years, maybe 30 years, get right on the bike and you go. So you haven't walked. Not that you were in an accident, but you haven't walked. Okay, I hadn't walked before I woke up this morning, but my body remembered the code from yesterday and the day and day, all the days before. It's a code. Once you've got the code, you're swimming. Once you've got the code, you know how to do it. The code to make fire. Once you got the code in here and in here, that's you just do it. Oh, I'm not using anything. I'm just remembering. No, you have downloaded the code into you And some of us already come with certain, oh, this person knows how to detect, lying. This person knows how to detect when it's gonna rain or it's gonna snow, or this person knows when people are hurting. This person has dreams. We just had that code downloaded and opened it up inside and figured it out. Like, oh, okay, that's what that is. That's what that means. This is how to do. So don't go with these numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers. No, those written down numbers have nothing to do with it. It's all about the codes that come from nature, the codes that come from the universe, the codes that come from the animals that make up everything, and our bodies and our minds. It's not none of this written down stuff. Oh, I put these numbers here. I put this number on the clock. Put this number on license plates. No, no, that's not it at all. All right, this is a long video. I think this is my longest video yet. This will be on YouTube, which the link is wherever. The link is in the bio. On YouTube, I'm Stormlocks with 2 C's. On Instagram, you're probably watching on Instagram, Stormlocks with 1 C. And I will see you guys, or you'll see me next time. Later. Locks, I'm out.